Welcome back, everyone, to Might and Magic World of Xeen. Previously, I cleared the Temple of Bark. However, some stat gains fell into the void. I asked myself whether I wanted to replay the Temple of Bark off screen. Nah. Keep my gear as it is, and I found it, and also keep my time. I then asked myself whether I wanted to proceed without those stat gains. And I said, let's try something else. So, I used a Macintosh editor for World of Xeen, which I had to load up on my OS 7 installation, then transfer the save file over there, and give myself the stat gains that fell into the void. And then port the save back over to OS 8, because I still want to run this game on OS 8, despite my cutscenes glitching and now the save editor not working. May I never decide to use it again, but I've got it all the same, just in case. And I've given myself the stat gains. Yippee. Before I did that, I moved myself into position in front of Ellinger. Let's go ahead and check the save. As you can see right here, party is in this condition. I went back to clouds, juiced up with some spell points. We got plenty of time in this day, day 22. We've got a solid amount of gold on hand, 3 million in the bank. We have 35,000 gems in the bank. This is a great amount of gems, and we're going to keep finding more. This should be enough for us to beat the game. This gold pile, with how training costs are going to continue to escalate, I will eventually run out of gold. I will run out of gold first before I run out of levels to train. Keep that in mind. As for party composition, armor class-wise, you can see the totals there on the quick reference sheet, but I'll flip through the gear real quick here. Pork and Beans, Gold Grand Axe, Obsidian Crossbow. That's the armor. Accessories you can see there. Necrolotu's accessories. Plenty of luck buffs there. And her armor. And weapon. I've given her the Obsidian Dagger. Pork and Beans remains with the Gold Grand Axe. Zachary's got the Ruby Saber now. And your accessories. Kalen. Huzzah. Emerald plate armor you still have compared to the obsidian plate mail now that Zachary has. You have the platinum cutlass undead eater. Tiny shot with a ruby club. Obsidian cloak. Platinum chainmail. And those accessories. And Vic bad shot with some troll rings, obsidian helmet, obsidian chainmail, and a ruby hammer. As we get into mid to late stage, dark side, I'll want to start looking for items like pieces of equipment, even armor, that don't buff armor class so much as buff our resistances to energy and magic. Not that having high AC is great, but we'll start facing attacks that go against these elements, which will bypass our armor class. Now, how effectively I end up looking for these things remains to be seen, and what item drops I will get also remains to be seen. Anyway, that was this inv save. We go to the editor here. You'll see that Necrolotu's hit points are a bit different due to the increase in endurance. She is but 25 hit points beneath Pork and Beans. With the natural half-orc advantage there, Necrolotu would have to go up another endurance tier to equal Pork and Beans' hit point pool. Anyway, we have 5 energy discs. We're in front of Ellinger here.
Excellent work. You have brought enough discs to restore the first level of the castle. Go to the castle as soon as you can. Perhaps you will find more energy discs inside.
Thanks for speaking as loud as you possibly could, Ellinger. Very thoughtful of you. Did my settings get changed somewhere along the way in the porting between things? No, that's how I've had stuff. All right.
No discs, man, democratic. When Alamar destroys the world, you won't be the only ones to die. Millions of innocents will go with you. They come to knowing that you have so much company when you shuffle off this world. I imagine it must be depressing to know that you are letting millions of beings down in that moment of need. Oh, well.
Yeah, really hammering in the fact that I haven't done enough for him and the world. Thanks, bud. I will attempt to feel guilty. That is certainly not the only way Darkseid will attempt to make you feel guilty. See if we can avoid any of those accusations. Besides that, at least for today, going to the Sky Road. We are going for the Great Western Tower to fetch the key, so that we may then hand the key to the High Priest who had been banished and lives in a tent outside of the Western Tower, so that we may then raid the Great Western Tower. I want to head left here. It's a very dangerous place to be up here, so I'm just going to go for the Great Western Tower. This is above, Castle Kalindra? No, that's her name. Yeah, no, that actually is the name of the castle. Okay. As part of the castle still out of phase, your hand passes through the grate as though it were air. Hello, Shadow Sprite. Or Medusa Sprite, excuse me. Here is our destination. We shall enter West Tower. Search for the key to the Great Western Tower, and now we must depart. I don't believe teleport will work. Etherealized might. No, let's just do things this way. And I'm thinking I might just walk off the edge of the tower here. Yeah, let's just walk off the edge of the tower. We're fine. It'll buff out. Save me some travel time.
Thank you. Mork appreciates your good deed and asks me to reward you for your service to the faith. Meet me inside the tower for your reward.
So Dreyfus will manage to get past all of the enemies we'll end up having to kill so that we can get to this guy and get a reward. Now, is this tower optional? I'm uncertain. There are some energy discs inside of it, and I know there are extra energy discs in this game, like there are extra mega credits and clouds, but I don't know how much extra there is. The amount of extra. So, there's also a statuette in there. That's optional too. There's perhaps tentatively optional, dubiously optional. Also, this place, which we avoided going up, this hut here. Strange rope, which takes you back up here to the Sky Road. Ooh, this is the Dark Grove. It is marked on our map. I have not forgotten to turn in the quest to the sprites outside of the Temple of Bark. I just haven't done that yet. In part because they give you energy discs, and I wanted to indulge in Ellinger's dialogue when you have no energy discs, as opposed to just a partial amount, which he just like refunds you some energy discs. How's the health doing after that walk off? It's been better. I forget what this well is. What's the Well of Spells? Well, I guess with that in mind, and we do have extra, let's heal everyone. Give me a Nature's Cure. Oh, the excitement. The majesty. The interaction. This is interfacing. Your fingers and toes tingle for the extra magic coursing through your veins. I don't intend to use a whole lot of spell juice while I'm in there. I'm probably better off. I love how I cast heal, and then I'm like, maybe I should just sleep. That's quitter talk.
How did you get a key? All right, go in.
It would have taken less in-game time had I been indoors casting those spells instead of outdoors. Only would have taken 1 minute instead of 10, but here we are all the same. Welcome to the Western Tower, which we can now go inside. Hello. If memory serves, the enemies in this dungeon prioritize going after a cleric. We do not have a cleric on the roster. So, great news, the damage is going to be split up across the party. And that's great, because if you did have a cleric on the team, it's not as if we could just load up the cleric with defenses across the board for everything. That works if you're facing enemies that are prioritizing armor class. But we won't be able to protect against every attack that's coming our way here. We don't have the gear for that. We can very much, though, get into a ranged confrontation with these enemies. I don't have to teleport or jump on top of them.
Please don't kill me. I'm not like the others. I didn't want a mutiny against the High Priest.
Slay him anyway? Nah.
Thank you for sparing my life. I shall be going now.
Game absolutely allows you to kill those dudes. Then you can revisit the bed and like, hey, bud, remember that guy you killed? Just fucking murdered? He's still here. I do not recall whether there's any actual impact on gameplay at all. Also, Zachary is missing some hit points. Let's resolve that, shall we? Zachary is no longer missing those hit points. I am Power Cure. Excuse me. I am... Give me another Power Cure there. Let's patch up Kalen. I am... And proceed. Yes. Hello, mock heretic. Got you.
Oh, please don't kill me. I'm not like the others. I didn't want to mutiny against the High Priest.
Slay him anyway? I'm not showing off killing these guys. I don't feel like killing them.
Thank you for sparing my life. I shall be going now.
Demonstration purposes will not be happening here. Not for that, anyway. Hello. Ranged combat with bows may very well drop off in Darkside. Having said that, we do have some power at range. An obsidian crossbow, an obsidian short bow, emerald longbow, and another emerald crossbow. The platinum sling and steel longbow, much less so power. And we could always fall back on magic. We always have magic. Pork and beans is health. There goes Necroloto. Fell unconscious with the power that is being slung by these fucking mock heretics up here. Yeah. Wild stuff. That means I have a repair bell. That's enough of that. Take back the power cure box. Pork and beans, I didn't check exactly how far he dropped. But for him to fall into red when he has the most hit points of anyone on the roster, whew. If you really struggled against those enemies, I figure you could moonwalk into them. I've shown that off before. Effectively, and I've shown that off ineffectively. Out of sight, out of mind. My repair bill! My body! Alright. Let's get Vic patched up as well. I think Tiny Shop will be fine down those hit points. We'll see. Anything on the bones? The heads say no. I'm inclined to agree. And some gear. Okay. Now, I should probably patch him up. Especially if that's gonna happen, because whole tramp situation could happen here. Fighting these mock heretics at range, as you can see. Problematic. And here's a cult leader on top of that. We'll be with you in a jiff. Why don't you cast Power Cure? Another repair bell. There we go. Let me open up the clue book. Since we're here and this is the end of the dungeon, I guess I can wait to open that up. I was gonna go into the stats of the mock heretics and cult leaders.
Thank you for your help in the battle against the heretics. Ours is the true religion, and Mok has sided with the righteous. You will surely be rewarded in the afterlife, and have earned our everlasting gratitude.
500,000 experience. 10,000 gold, 200
It is
gems.
always pleasing to be honored with your presence, my friends.
Great. This bed? Yeah, how the hell did he make it past all this shit, right? Tapestry with a button, which takes us in here. Okay. As I have so many spell points because I deigned not to use any. Can't teleport on top of enemies. You can jump. Can we cast Etherealize? Would that have been permitted in here? Yes. Although it just moves you the one space, of course. Which would be, like, say, into a wall. That's not great. Down here, we have fountains, which I think increase your elemental resistances if they're below a certain number. Our elemental resists are too high, so we will not benefit from them. I'm just going to have one person drink from them because we've all gotten souped up elemental resist-wise. Ellinger's Tower and the Temple of Bark. Here's a statuette, Golden Pegasus, and 2 energy discs. Okay, great. My bones! Well, with this tower done, I am going to Lloyd's Beacon out. We had plenty of spell points I could have used to, you know, pounce on top of enemies, deal big points of damage. But also, let's get our bow some work. Never mind the whole unconsciousness. It's fine, that'll buff out. And hey, almost at 5 a.m. Go ahead and sleep. Imagine going to bed. Box of daily protection, please. And whistle of daily sorcery, please. And let's go get this gear repaired. Good, that's a spot. And also, we can look at items. What do we pick up? Gold helm? That's definitely a good replacement item. Silver boots. That's not going to cut it. Someone's definitely going to want this gold helm, though. For the time being, I'll just equip it onto you. The gold robes is a no. Ebony splint mail's a no. Weapons-wise, naturally didn't find anything that's going to replace what we had. Accessories-wise, Sonic Pendant ain't going to do it. A Sage Brooch, I think, will increase our spell points. Sage. Increases intellect by 5. No thanks. Scorching Necklace, nah, I'm good. Alright. And miscellaneous-wise, Jewel, a shelter, super shelter, so we could rest anywhere. We still have our Potions of the Gods, and another Whistle shelter. Yippee.
See anything you
Alright,
like.
repair bill. And then you. So, I'd say we didn't lose money in that dive from the repair bill. Because of the 10,000 gold we got from Dreyfus. And that's not even counting like the stuff I'm going to sell. But remember, I'm going to run out of gold before I run out of experience for levels. Gold robes. Sell those. Poisonous cape. Bronze chainmail. Like, the actual loot that you get in there is not, like, worth the amount of damage that came our way. And there will be more of that to come here in this damn video game. I probably could have put on that Scorching Necklace and replaced someone's, like... Someone probably has, like, a cruddier necklace thing. Oh, well. We do not need the shelter. Alright. Cool.
Come back soon.
Perhaps I will. How are we doing experience-wise? Not quite a level up on the barbarians. The paladins can level up. And, Vic is pretty far away from another level. Okay. I said I was going to crack open the clue book here, so... Let's go to the mock pre-section. I don't want to show the clue book on screen here, otherwise you would see all of the varying enemy types. And maybe you do not wish to be spumblered in that regard. So, Cleric of Mock. 125 hit points, 10 armor class, 40 speed, 250 electricity damage. They didn't do much against us. There were times they fired their shot and nothing. Still had green health bars. 100% immune to electricity and lightly resistant to all other elements. Game doesn't, or rather the book doesn't say whether they explicitly target clerics. Then we have the Mock Heretics. Heretic? Yeah, sure. Heretics. They have 50 speed, 500 magic damage. Heretics of Mock are moderately resistant to most form of attacks. Note that their personal attack does a lot of damage. Yeah, 500 fucking magic damage. Look how many hit points the party has. Zachary, Kalen, Vic have less than 500. Tiny Shop, squeaking up over there. And Pork and Beans and Necrolotu. Yeah, I mean, sure. You saw how Pork and Beans got redlined. Necrolotu got dropped. And Vic got dropped as well, understandably. So, I mean, we do have a little bit of magic resist. And we do have some luck. Let's take a look here. We have 17 magic resist on Necrolotu. 17 magic resist on Vic Badshot. We have 10 on Pork and Beans, I remember. But some of you still have like 7, right? Yeah, Kalen and Tiny Shop both have 7. Zachary's got 12. Pork and Beans has 10, and I wanted to make sure he had that 10 so that luck could, like, factor into diminishing damage. And Necrolotu and Vic Badshot have the highest at 17. That's just not a lot. compared to, say, the electricity resistance on the party. It's pretty fucking high at this point. Pretty damn fucking high. Yeah. Yeah. 500 magic damage. Don't worry, it gets even better from here in this video game. That's for sure. Yeah. Thanks, book. And the cult leader, 100 hit points, 60 speed, just a meager 10 to 100 damage. 100% immune to energy and 50% immune to all other elements. Close the distance with him quickly to avoid his powerful ranged attack. Cult leader, not too bad. The clerics of Mach, not really an issue. Those Mach heretics, absolutely disgusting. Well, that'll do it for this episode, and I dare say session. We cleared out a tower. We got ourselves a statuette. We picked up 2 more energy discs. I suppose all real quick like, I could shuffle over to the sprites and turn in that quest. Sure. What the hell? Let's go get that turn done. I remember their exact location here. Oop. There we go.
Thank you. It is good to see her back. Here's your reward.
250,000 experience. 40,000 gold, 2 energy discs, 200 gems. That puts you just a little bit shy of me leveling up the party one more time for everyone. I guess one more thing I can do. He says checking video length. Troll hole descend. I didn't actually clear this one. But we can wait on that. So we can wait on that. Inside the hut, you find a basket labeled forbidden fruit. Let's pay attention to the clairvoyance heads. So plum is a no-go. And clairvoyance head is also saying, no, don't do it. I'm inclined to agree with the clairvoyance head on that. I made the right choice. It's just when I was making that judgment call about them, I was not considering the notion of paying attention to these elements on my fucking screen. Designer kind enough to give me some user interface elements that I have to look at, and I still overlook them all. You know what? If I don't stop while I'm in here, then next session I might just forget about doing this. Next time, another troll hole, and then I'll have to decide where I want to go from here. Maybe the rest of the holes? We shall see. But that is for another time. Take care.